So once it's dry, what do we do now?
Now that it's dry, I've put it on my screen press. Obviously, most people don't have one,
Right.
but you can buy something much cheaper at the store as well. You can get these clamps, which you can just screw onto a tabletop, and it does the exact same thing that we're going to do here, just, you know, a lot simpler.
Okay.
So the next step we need to do is get our t-shirt or whatever we're going to print on. And I will put that on the platen.
Nice and flat.
Nice and flat. Make sure that all the creases are out.
So iron it.
Definitely iron it. You can use a adhesive spray as well to make sure that it sticks nice and flat.
Okay.
Hopefully this is set up in the right place.
Right.
Let's test. It looks like it's in a good place on our shirt. And next I want to flood the screen with ink. There's many different types of inks you can use. I like to use water-based ink myself because it's more environmentally safe.
Okay.
I don't need any chemicals to dispose of it. I can wash it down the drain and I can feel good. Plastisol ink, you need chemicals. And it's a different type of screening, like it's kind of like oil versus watercolor. Whereas Plastisol you can leave in the screen and it won't dry on you. You can leave it there for days on end and go back and screen print again. But with watercolor it dries in the air, so it's going to dry really fast. So make sure that you keep the lid closed when you're not using it. It's going to dry up on you pretty quick. And we need to be liberal with the amount of ink that we use. So we're just going to dump it in here and flood the screen. And I'll show you from there.
Okay.
One thing you want to do is make sure that you mask off the edges of the screen in the gutters to make sure that ink doesn't pass through onto your t-shirt. As well, it keeps the ink out from getting in the grooves and removing the screen from your frame. So it's a good thing to mask it off. And once that's done, we put our ink in and we flood the screen. Use lots of ink. This is also a big image, so it's going to need a lot of ink. Now make sure you flood this away from your t-shirt as well, and raised.
Interesting.
You could accidentally push the ink through onto your t-shirt.
Okay. It'll be uneven.
You need a squeegee as well. Obviously when you're screen printing you need to be able to push the ink through the screen. So we'll take our squeegee and we're going to lightly just draw it over the image to flood the exposed screen.
Okay.
Want to keep it at a nice 80-degree angle. Nice and smooth. If you don't keep it at that 80-degree angle, you can smudge ink through the screen and not get a crisp image.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this on our t-shirt. Now with the same 80-degree angle, we want to apply a lot more pressure and swipe in one smooth hard motion, keeping that 80-degree angle.
Just once.
Just one pass should be
Okay.
excellent for this image.
Look at that!
There's your design.
Nice work.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
You also want to make sure you remove this from your platen. Make sure it's not stuck because we need to dry it next. And we need air underneath as well as on top.
Okay. So yeah, how do you dry it now that you've printed it?
Yeah, you want to make sure that your image stays on the t-shirt. If you don't dry it properly, it will wash off and you won't have much of an image left in a few washes. So there's a few ways that you can do it. You can use a heat gun or you could use maybe a high-powered blow dryer, or some people use their oven. That works for me sometimes. I use that. But to replace the heat gun in the oven, I got myself a flash dryer, which is kind of like an oven element that you can just hold above it and it dries it all at the same time.
Okay.
Whereas with the heat gun, you need to keep moving it, keep it passed around, make sure you don't.
Evenly, kind of.
You gotta make sure you don't burn your shirt. And with this, it takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes tops to dry. And part of that drying process, once the water is evaporated, the rest of that time cures the image, so you're going to keep it and it's not going to wash off.
Okay. And then it's done. So if you have any questions, if anything was unclear or you need more steps, you can email me at editor@brokenpencil.com and I can ask Mike to tell me how to do it. So thanks, Mike, for
You're
showing
welcome.
us how to do this.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.